Hi, my name is Michael, and this is my internship presentation. So my internship site was the Montgomery County Adult Probation, and I worked in the Pre-Sentence Investigation Department. I started on May 13th, and I will be finishing up on August 1st. So, short description of the agency. I met and interviewed with defendants to write a PSI report, and this report was used to basically present information to the court to help with sanctions and sentencing. In the PSI report, it had the defendant's criminal and social history, had information pertaining to the current case, mental and physical health conditions, treatment history, personal information, and a lot of other information that could be helpful in the court in helping with this decision. I provided sanction recommendations to the judge at the end of my PSI report, and we set up mental health and substance abuse assessments with other agencies and especially an intervention in lieu of conviction. Intervention in lieu of conviction is basically, it's for drug offenses where drugs or alcohol were a contributing factor in the offense. And if you complete treatment successfully, you will have that felony expunged from your record. So my position within the agency was, I was a pre-sentence investigator, and I worked alongside PSI officers and senior PSI officers. And what senior PSI officers are, is they're the same as regular PSI officers, but they work with more serious offenders and more serious cases. So some of the tasks that I completed in the probation department was I met and interviewed with defendants, I researched criminal and social histories, I've scheduled mental health and substance abuse assessments, wrote the reports, kept case notes, and I attended staff meetings and treatment site meetings. Actually, treatment sites from outside agencies came into our agency to basically say what they do so that we could start recommending defendants to their treatment facilities. I called courts and treatment agencies to start assessments. I conducted urinalyses, so we had to conduct urinalyses on every person who came in through the court, and not just so that we can know that they aren't doing any, or they aren't actively using any drugs. I observed home visits. One of the days I decided to go out to the field and observe some home visits to check up with sex offenders and to kind of verify their address. And I also observed a few court cases of defendants that I was seeing in the probation department. So I think that this is a very good internship site. They're really focused on rehabilitation and treatment. They worked with defendants on every step of the process. They provided interventions for some defendants with substance abuse issues, and I really feel like the employees cared about the outcome of the defendants. I would definitely work with the Montgomery County Adult Probation Department in the future. So I think that this is a great site to do an internship with. I've had a lot of supervision. My supervisor answered any of the questions that I had. They worked with me through every training session and provided a lot of feedback. I had a lot of abundant learning opportunities. I had a lot of hands-on experience. I worked with a whole bunch of different departments in the Montgomery County Adult Probation, and I had a lot of networking opportunities. So I had 3 goals and objectives. My first goal was to complete an interview with the defendants. As of a few weeks ago, I actually did my first interview. It went really well, and I've been doing more and more. My other one was to write a pre-sentence investigation report. I have written one by myself successfully, but there's always more things to learn with that, so I'm still learning on that, but I do consider that I completed that goal. And my final one was to observe a defendant's court case, and I actually got to do that a few weeks ago. I sat in on a few court dockets and saw how the court works. And all of them have been met. So I understood the rehabilitation profession as a whole. It was strengthened by first-hand experience. I understood work disciplines. I followed rules and ethics, worked on a schedule with type dates and mandates. I understood mental and emotional conditions affecting adjustment. I worked with defendants adjusting mental health and substance abuse treatment. And I understand idealism and practical realism. I worked with defendants to achieve a goal, but not all of them have successfully completed that. I understood inter and interagency cooperation. We worked with a lot of agencies outside our own, and worked with other departments within the court. So, quick summarization of my experience. I thought it was a great experience. I had a lot of real life experiences, learned new professional skills, worked in a professional work setting. I learned how to effectively communicate with defendants and coworkers. Developed new interviewing skills, worked on strict schedule, and developed an understanding of probation in the court system, and understood how rehabilitation and treatment are important in the court system. So how could this internship be better? Well, first, this one's not really the agency's fault. I would like a shorter commute distance. I had to unexpectedly move because of the tornadoes at the beginning of the internship, and I had to drive 3 hours every day to get to my internship. So that was a lot. I would have liked a longer time at the internship because I feel like I haven't learned everything that I need to within these 3 months. But I feel like when I actually have a career, I'll be able to learn that over a longer period of time. And I would also like more interviews with defendants. Since I just started interviewing, I am going to be doing more in the weeks until my internship concludes. So my future plans are to find a career with local or county courts in Columbus, Ohio, where I've actually moved to. I want to attend graduate school. I'm not quite sure what I want to major in. And I want to build a professional network here. Thank you.